Welcome back. This is 26.2 at 50, where I talk about my journey to train for and run the Portland Marathon this October. It is September 6th, Saturday, right now, and we are fast approaching the end of this process. It is about 4 weeks away, so I am almost to the end of week 14 of my training plan. So in my last video, I talked about talked about having to run 20 miles last Sunday, which I did, and I was really happy by how good that felt. Like, it just felt like going out for a run. I mean, I was didn't go crazy with the pace, obviously, because it's a training run, but I was under 10 minutes a mile for 20 miles, so it felt good. But yeah, when I was done, I wasn't feeling any pain, any strain, no blistering. So I think it's possible that like all this training is really working, and I'm probably gonna have at least a good experience on the big day, that first weekend in October. So, as I mentioned, this is week 14. So the next big step for me is actually tomorrow, Sunday. So Sunday's long training run is going to be a bit more of a social experience, a bit more of a special occasion. So I am running a half marathon locally tomorrow. So that'll be kind of a chance to put in a bit more miles at my race pace, and also to just experience kind of the race atmosphere, kind of the friendliness of the other runners, running in a group, running with people cheering, getting a nice medal at the end. I'm looking forward to it. It's, the thing about this process, especially training for a marathon, when you're running a ton, and it's an 18-week plan. So I've been doing this since the beginning of June, and it's not totally a grind, but it can really turn into a grind. And I won't lie that a part of me is like kind of excited for when that big race is done and I can go back to living a little bit more of a normal life. But everything is going well. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the race tomorrow. I picked up my race packet, so I've got my shirt. There we go. So yeah, this is like the official race shirt. Looking forward to wearing that. I know some people like advise you not to kind of wear like the race shirt unless you've had a chance to like put it through the laundry. I don't know. I've heard this. I always wear the race shirt. I personally have never really had an issue with like any kind of skin reaction to a running shirt. So for me personally, like, I'm gonna wear the shirt. So yeah, but otherwise, I'm kind of thinking about how this race is going to go, and I know I need to keep in mind that tomorrow is not the big day, right? The big day is a month from now, and more to the point, like, next week, week 15 of my training plan is like my last long week. So like next Sunday, not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, I'll be running another 20 miles, and I'll be putting in, like next Tuesday, I'll be running 5. Next Wednesday, I'll be running 8. And then next Thursday and Saturday, I'll be running 5 on both of those days. So it's like, I definitely want to stay within myself when I'm in this race. Like, 'cause I know there'll be a part of me, like if I'm going along and I'm feeling good, there'll be a part of me that's like, what if I go a little bit faster? Like, what if I tried to get under like an hour and 50 minutes for this time? And I have to kind of like, stay within myself, like take a step back. It's like the big event is not tomorrow. And like, I don't want to like really go crazy tomorrow and then like have like sore feet, sore muscles, sore anything. 'Cause like I'll have Monday off, but then I got to get right back at it. So just kind of keeping the big picture in mind. So I'm planning on, I'm going to shoot for my race pace, like a 2-hour half marathon, and I'll be fine with that. It'll be great. So that's the plan. But yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about kind of, I guess, what I've been doing this week, and kind of in general, like how to approach your final week before running something like a marathon or a half marathon. So one of the ways I think about like the 18-week training program is that like the Sundays, the long run days, are an opportunity to kind of rehearse the big day. So like when I go running, when I do the long runs, I mean, I've got like my Camelback with like the sport drink, like, you know, mixed into the water and everything, like prepared that way. I take my like my gel packs, you know, so I have like in race calories or in, you know, calories while I'm running, because that's what I'll be doing in the race. So I mean, if for one thing, it's a good thing to figure out whether like the calories you're taking in during the race are going to be good for your stomach, because you don't want to find that you don't want to find out during the race that they're not. So best to do all the experimenting you need to do during your training phase. So but in general, yeah, I'm planning on approaching tomorrow morning much like I'm going to approach the morning of the marathon. So I'm going to wake up, you know, right around 6 a.m., a little bit before. So the race starts at 8. So I'm going to wake up, you know, early enough to have kind of a light breakfast, like something that I know will kind of digest easily and sit easily in my stomach. I'll probably have a little bit of coffee, but not very much. But I'll want to be eating by about 6 in the morning, so my breakfast is kind of digested by the time, you know, I'm ready to go with the race. And this race is, fortunately, it's basically in my neighborhood, so I'll be able to just walk to the starting line. So in the past, I've sometimes tended to like get to the starting lines like really early, and I finally realized there's no real reason to do that. Like, you don't have to get to the starting line like 90 minutes before your race, like especially in this situation, because I don't have to find parking, right? Like I'm just gonna walk. So I'm planning to get to the starting line like 7:30 or so. Just, you know, enough time where like I can be ready and, you know, stretch a bit and warm myself up a bit. But you know, I'll be able to like be at home to like, you know, for like when like to get myself hydrated, to like for the coffee to run through me, so I'm not like standing in that big line at the Porta John at the race line. So yeah, that's kind of part of the preparation. But, you know, other things that like I've been doing this week, didn't necessarily do these things in the past. I just wasn't kind of as on top of the details as I've been this year. So kind of the diet approach has really been, you know, I've really focused on kind of carving it up this week. So like a lot of pasta meals, just to sort of build up like those, you know, the glycogen stores in my body for, you know, tomorrow when I'll just burn a lot of it off. So like, yeah, lots of pastas. And then I've gotten together like my ingredients for what I've kind of had as my pre-race dinner for both of the races I've run this year, which is like a roast salmon and like some sauteed vegetables and like a starch, like probably a couscous, just a nice, easy to digest meal with like a good mix of nutrients. Like that tends to work well. Like it's not going to bug me when I'm trying to go to sleep or anything. Otherwise, yeah, other preparation I've done this week. I've definitely run less. So like today I didn't run at all. This is like the first Saturday I've had off from running since the beginning of June. So I ran 5 miles on Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. I ran 5 miles each of those days, but I haven't run I didn't run yesterday and I'm not running today. So I should be rested for the race tomorrow. That's kind of my plan. I don't really have too much else to share, but you know, in terms of setting yourself up for success for a race, like for having a good experience, like these little details do matter, like in terms of how you structure your diet. Like if you can avoid it, don't eat like processed food or restaurant food. Like if you can, prepare your own food just so you know what's going into your body. And then just kind of having everything set for that morning. Like I'll, you know, I'll like pin my bib to the race shirt. I'll kind of have my clothes and everything I'm going to take with me kind of set. You know, I'll have kind of like the Camelback prepared and everything. So I won't have to make like a lot of decisions or figuring a lot of things out like before I'm totally awake. So yeah, looking forward to it. I'll let you all know how it goes. And otherwise, thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment. That would be great. Otherwise, have a good one, and wish me luck tomorrow. Bye bye.